The operating room is a theater. It has a stage, the table. It has spotlights, the halogen overheads. It has costumes, the gowns, the masks. And like any great theater, it requires a suspension of disbelief. For 30 years I stood on that stage. I have held living hearts in my hands. I have felt the very literal pulse of life struggling against the silence of death. When you do this work, you develop a God complex, not because you want to, but because you have to. If you truly felt the weight of what you were doing, cutting into a human being, your hands would shake, and a surgeon cannot have shaking hands. So, we tell ourselves a story. We tell ourselves that the body is a machine, a complex biological engine, and I am the mechanic. If a valve leaks, I replace it. If a pipe bursts, I patch it. If a filter clogs, I bypass it. And you, the patient, you believe this story too. In fact, it is the bedrock of modern civilization. We have convinced you that health is something you can buy, that it is a commodity dispensed in pill bottles and procedure rooms. But today, I am retired. I have hung up the mask, and without the theater, I can finally tell you the truth. There is a lie at the center of modern medicine. It is a lie that doctors tell patients, but more dangerously, it is a lie that patients tell themselves. The lie is this: that medicine creates health. It doesn't. And believing that it does is the reason we are sicker than ever. Let me tell you about a concept called the normalization heuristic. It's a fancy term found in medical journals, but here's what it means in practice. We treat numbers, not people. When you walk into a hospital, we strip you of your identity. You become a 34-year-old male with hypertension. We look at your blood work. If the sodium is low, we fill the tank. If the pressure is high, we release the valve. We look at the fever chart, not the sick human being. This is the mechanic's mindset. I recall a patient. Let's call her Eleanor. Eleanor was 88. She had a failing heart valve. Her family brought her to me, desperate. They used a phrase I heard 1,000 times. She's a fighter. Do everything possible. This is a script we are all taught. The media, movies, TV shows, they show the heroic surgeon shocking the flat line. They show the miracle surgery. I operated on Eleanor. Technically, the surgery was a masterpiece. The valve was perfect. The sutures were tight. But Eleanor never woke up. She spent 3 weeks in the ICU, hooked to machines that breathed for her and cleaned her blood for her. I had fixed her heart, but I had destroyed her death. This is the dark side of the lie. We believe that because we can manipulate the body's mechanics, we can arrest the body's destiny. A vascular surgeon colleague once told me something profound about gangrene. Patients think they are dying because they have gangrene. They think if we just cut off the foot, they will be saved. But the truth is, they have gangrene because they are dying. The decay is a symptom of a system checking out. But we, the surgeons, we cut, we intervene, because we are terrified of doing nothing. There is an old saying, "To a man with a hammer, everything looks like a nail. To a surgeon, everything looks like a cut waiting to happen." The lie says that if you just find the right specialist, the right drug, the right procedure, you can outsource the responsibility of your survival. You believe that I am the guardian of your health. I am not. I am the guardian of your sickness. There is a massive difference. To understand why this lie is so seductive, you have to understand the people in the white coats. We are terrified of failure. Dr. Atul Gawande, a brilliant writer and surgeon, spoke about the 2 reasons doctors fail: ignorance and ineptitude. Ignorance is when science doesn't know the answer yet. Ineptitude is when we know the answer, but we screw it up. We screw up a lot. We are human. We are tired. We are fighting insurance companies that change their formularies every few months, denying you medication because of a paperwork error. We are overwhelmed. And, this is the secret most won't say, we are remarkably unhealthy ourselves. I spent 30 years telling people to reduce stress, sleep more, and eat well, while I was working 80-hour weeks, fueling myself on cafeteria coffee and vending machine sandwiches, and sleeping 4 hours a night. How can a sick system produce health? It can't. So, we lean on the fix, the pill, the surgery, because lifestyle changes, they are hard, they are slow, they are invisible. Surgery is dramatic. It feels like a solution. If you come to me with back pain, the honest answer is usually, wait, walk, stretch, give it 6 months. But you don't want to hear that. You want an MRI. You want an answer. And I, the doctor, I don't want to be the one who missed something. I don't want to be sued. So I order the MRI. The MRI shows a bulge, something that might be totally normal for your age. But now that we've seen it, we have to treat it. So we operate. This is called overdiagnosis. We turn healthy people into patients. We find problems that never would have bothered you, and in trying to fix them, we often cause more harm than good. We are betraying the Hippocratic Oath in our desperation to be useful. So, if the body isn't a machine, what is it? It is a garden. A machine is static. If you park a car in a garage for 10 years, it does not heal its own scratches. It does not grow new tires. But a garden? A garden is a dynamic ecosystem. If you break a branch, the tree seals the wound. If the soil is toxic, the leaves yellow. You cannot fix a garden with a scalpel. You can only tend to it. Soil, sun, water, time. The lie that medicine creates health makes you innovative in your treatments, but lazy in your soil. I have seen patients with identical cancers. Same stage, same pathology. One treats their body like a rental car they are returning late. They eat processed garbage. They harbor resentment. They sleep poorly. And they demand I cut the cancer out. I cut it out. It comes back. The other understands the garden. They change the soil. They change what they eat. They move their bodies. They find peace. I cut the cancer out, and they thrive. Was it my surgery that saved the second patient? Or was I just the gardener, pruning a dead branch so the rest of the healthy tree could flourish? I was just the pruner. They did the healing. Your liver does not need a detox tea sold on Instagram. Your liver is the detoxifier. It knows what to do if you just stop poisoning it. Your immune system knows how to fight if you just give it the sleep it requires. We have forgotten the incredible, magical competence of our own biology. We have traded faith in our own bodies for faith in a prescription pad. The cost of this lie is not just clearer in how we live, but in how we die. There is a profound concept known as the distinction between extending life and prolonging death. In the ICU, I have seen things that would haunt you. We do things to elderly, frail bodies that would be considered torture in any other context. We break ribs doing CPR on 90-year-olds. We insert tubes into every orifice. We shock hearts that are simply tired of beating. Why? Because of the lie. We think death is a medical failure. We think if the doctor is good enough, death is optional. I remember a conversation with a colleague, a cardiologist. He spoke of the deception we practice on ourselves. We convince ourselves we can save you, because the alternative, admitting that we are helpless against the tide of nature, is too painful. We become addicted to the intervention, and you, the families, you say, she's a fighter. But love, true love, is not keeping someone alive no matter the suffering. Love is understanding when the fight is over. Real health includes the acceptance of mortality. When you believe the lie that medicine is the source of your well-being, you live in fear. You fear every symptom. You fear every ache. You outsource your intuition. But when you realize your body is a garden, you take back your power. I'm not telling you to avoid doctors. If you break your leg, come to us. If you have an appendicitis, let us operate. We are masters of acute rescue. We are excellent mechanics for the crash. But do not come to us for health. Health is not found in a hospital. Health is found in your kitchen. It is found in your shoes when you go for a walk. It is found in the boundaries you set at work to protect your peace. It is found in your community. The surgeon's knife is a tool of last resort. It is an admission that the garden has been neglected too long, or that a storm has passed through that was too strong to weather alone. These hands have saved thousands of lives. I am proud of that. But not a single one of those lives was made healthy by my hands. I just bought them time. What you do with that time, how you tend your garden, that is up to you. Stop waiting for the fix. Stop waiting for the magic pill. The miracle isn't in the surgery. The miracle is you.